I'm using a 24-ounce sparkling grape juice bottle for the first DIY. I love that it's not too large and that it's clear, so we'll be able to see everything that we're putting inside. Once I had all of the label and foil removed, I'm going to take it into the craft area and start working on it. I changed the camera angle to make it easier for you to see, and the black curtain is only to block out the distractions from the background and let you see the design as we go. Let me know if this angle works better for you than what you typically see me doing. If you've been with me, you know that I have a strong infatuation with dried and pressed flowers. So I'm going to start just randomly placing in here, starting with different color schemes as we go. So for now, I'm just putting in the natural greens. And as I go over the next few minutes, you'll see me starting to add in other natural colors like white, cream, yellow, and then finally we'll add some color with pink and purple. I'm sure that this is something that you have seen in the retail space or maybe have made on your own. I think it's okay to recreate things that we've seen or done in the past as long as we're adding more interest or something more unique to it. This project is incredibly easy because you don't have to worry about the flower placement, because they'll all float inside the bottle once we add the oil. It's hard to believe that something this easy could turn out as beautiful as it does. Once I have the first bit of flowers and leaves in the bottle, I'll empty in the first bottle of baby oil. I'm keeping a dry, clean cloth nearby just to clean up any overspill of the oil. And with that oil being added, you can start to see that the flowers are naturally moving, and that gives me a really good idea for how much and what next I want to add. So these little round things and green leaves are actually potpourri. It's nice to put a little potpourri in here to add some scent, because this may be something that you use as a bath oil. That's the hope. After adding the rest of my flowers and potpourri, I'm going to completely fill the bottle to the top with the rest of my baby oil. This took one full 20-ounce bottle of baby oil and half of a 10-ounce bottle of baby oil to complete the project. And then I'm just going to dash in several drops of essential oil in eucalyptus. Now my bottle had a screw top, of course, because it's not wine. If you are using a wine bottle with a cork, that's absolutely fine. Next, I'm going to drizzle hot wax over the lid of the bottle. This adds a nice aesthetic and a unique seal. This is even more important if you're using a cork. Keep in mind that the larger the candle you use, the larger the drips will be. So if you're using a larger bottle or just like the idea of having fewer drips, then use a larger candle. Moving on to the label, I cut out a small rectangular shape from a canvas drop cloth. It might be linen. It's the $7 drop cloth you can pick up at Walmart. You can use pretty much anything for the label. I wanted to customize it a little bit more, so I'm adding a few of my rub-on transfers to kind of make a rose garden bird scene. Here I'm just coating the edges of the fabric to prevent fraying, and then I'll take that same glue stick to the back and put it on the bottle. These dried flowers will fuse into the oil and create a heavenly bath oil. And this is like fine wine. The longer it sits, the better it'll smell when it's popped open. You can add other embellishments to the bottle like I did here. I had this bronze key and heart in my stash and used a ribbon to let it hang loosely from the neck of the bottle. And disclaimer, This is not to be used as a weapon. I actually saw a YouTube video once where someone took one of these bottles and wailed it at somebody. Thankfully, they missed and everyone came out unscathed. This resin kit from Amazon claims to be bubble free, so we're going to give it a try. The struggle of keeping bubbles out of resin can take up so much time, so I'm anxious to see if this works. I'm following the package instructions to mix the resin and pour it into the mold. By the way, my name is Melissa, and if you like seeing projects like this as well as thrift flips and upcycles, go ahead and take a chance on me. Comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Making sure that everything is nice and level, I begin to add my embellishments. These wood hearts from the Dollar Tree have been painted with acrylic paint and then sealed with a top coat. Adding some dried flour and red glitter from the Dollar Tree. Coming back the next day, I inspect it for cracks or bubbles, and I don't see a single bubble. I never have from the time I poured it until the time I'm pulling it out of the mold, so this is awesome. This can be used flat on the tabletop as a dish, or use it hanging on the wall. You could drill a hole in the top carefully and use it as a plaque on the wall, or you can do as I'm doing here, add a little bit of ribbon all the way around, leaving an area to hang at the top, and voila, she's finished. I just love projects like this that look like you spend a ton of time creating, but are actually very fast, easy, and turn out beautiful. If you're still here, thank you so much for continuing to watch and hang out with me today. We still have a bit more creating to do, but I want to know in the comments, if you could make one of these projects, which one would it be? I found these 2.5-inch embroidery hoops at Goodwill. I'll link a set of them from Amazon in the description box below for you. This is a very quick and easy craft, and it's more or less one of those things that if you watch it, you can make it. So I'm not going to talk a whole lot through it. I'm going to let you enjoy the music and watch as I go. Here's what they look like all finished. Hopefully you can tell that these 5 hoops together will spell out the words I love you. And that's exactly how I feel about you, my friend. You are so loyal to stay until the very end, and I appreciate you for that. If all this frill is not your style, here's another way to style these hoops and kind of tie them into the last video that we created. And if you haven't seen part 1, it's linked right here for you, so make sure you check it out. And don't forget to hit that like button before leaving today. Thank you so much for watching. You are awesome, and I'll see you next time.